What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So this is what happened. I logged into Madden 20 and I'm like, look, the Kyle Juszczyk, we definitely need him on the squad, not because I have a theme team that's a 49er squad, but because he's eligible with the proper upgrades and the proper chemistries to get 99 lead block. Now, a lot of you guys that are playing the game, you have to understand something. I'm going to break it down for you and let you understand completely what Madden 20 is. Either you run the ball every single play, or you have escape artists run around like a complete idiot in the backfield and throw dots. That's Madden 20. Point blank, period. What I choose to do is be one of the psychos that run the ball every play for the most part, but we are going to be doing other upgrades. I don't want to kind of I don't want to give you the secret, bro. I don't want to let you guys know exactly what's going on right now, but I have a lot of new plans of how we're going to reconstruct the team, and you guys are going to really enjoy it. I promise you that. But for now, we're going to talk about how I was able to get this guy. Now, if you saw all the price ranges of his card throughout the day when he was released, December 5th, I believe he was released, you would see that he was going for like 800. Currently, he's still going for about 750, 780, whatever like that. So I logged in. I'm like, all right, let me just check it out. Let's see what's going on with him. You know, let's try to figure out exactly what's happening. You can see with his base card, he has a 95 lead block. In his case, right, you see with the run block and the impact blocking, EA kind of showed me with the most recent title update that lead block is more ideal than the other, you know, aspects of the fullback position, because he actually, even with his lower rated card, he runs and finds the person that he's supposed to block way better than Christian Okoye. But we're going to talk about that in a second, because many of you guys wanted to know, if you can't afford this card, is Okoye a better card to go after right now? So we're going to go over the pros and cons in a second. But I was able to get him for 600 and I believe 43. Let's go ahead and check the actual update of what he is. Okay, so we got him for 632.5. All right, now that's not a snipe for many of you guys, but let me just explain to you why it's a snipe for me. Number one, he's not going to be part of the Redux cards that come out in Series 4. So you're going to have to wait a whole nother month to get him, and he's not going to be in packs after a certain amount of time. So it's a limited time type of situation where they have these guys in packs, and it becomes very, very hard to get, get or unlock any of these players that are regularly available to us. So because of that, I plunged on him, because I know that my run game he's gonna be needed in the run game for what I've been running recently. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we're gonna be doing our upgrades right now and everything else that's gonna go into it. So let's jump into the team right now. Right at the beginning of the screen here, when it loads up, you're gonna see Okoye is a 94 overall and he's the starter. You can also see that we've kind of adjusted the way that everything is, because Randy Moss is no longer a 95 overall, because I dropped Go Deep by 5, because ideally with Go Deep, you want to get that tier that gives you the throw power. After you get the +2 throw power, the deep accuracy and the deep route running, not that important to me, simply because I just needed the throw power. So I got rid of the 5 and added it to power run in order to get the impact block and the lead block for my players, to make them even more ridiculous on the field. And for those of you guys that have been following the way that I've been upgrading, using my chemistries, kind of showing you guys the ropes about why the players play differently with these run chems, you've seen the difference. And I appreciate you coming back and giving me the feedback. So many of you guys are starting to win more games in Weekend League. You're dominating in head-to-head. That's what I want. That's what I want you guys to do. So with Okoye, the one thing that makes him a really good card is, number one, he has very, very good speed. Okay, so if you run like a fullback dive, or you have any type of offensive schemes where you utilize a fullback, or you want to pass to him at the tight end position, because obviously you can sub him in as tight end, 91 speed is very, very good. But we don't really need that, because we have Kittle with the 49er chem at a 90 speed, so it's not really that big of a deal. Ideally, with the way everything works with him though, you see that his lead block is a 92, his impact block is pretty high, but for the fullbacks, lead block, if you guys use Juszczyk, you will see that he plays a lot better than Christian Okoye. It's not even a dispute. He just plays better. And it was because he's always had that higher lead block. So now what I'm going to show you guys is pretty much what you're going to need to kind of get Kyle Juszczyk to a 99 overall lead block. But ideally, I'm not going to rage sell Christian Okoye as much as I want to, because I know that obviously Juszczyk will get tired at some point. And many of us don't really sub out our fullbacks. We're only concerned about the halfbacks. But just a quick pro tip, you should know that everybody gets tired on the team. It's just that they show pretty much the position that you're regularly using, like the skill positions. They'll do the wide receiver, they'll do the running back, they'll do the quarterback if you're doing, you know, too much escape artist. But everybody loses stamina. So having him as a backup is huge. Also, he gets the ×3 of the chemistry with power run. That's also very ideal. So make sure you take a look out for that. For me though, I would absolutely 100% start Kyle Juszczyk because he catches better. He's more of a versatile fullback. You see the differences between the catches, 80 all the way down to 63. The lead block, which we're going to get to 99 overall. His awareness, I haven't really seen that, you know, it makes a difference with the 90 or above, because even before he got to the 92, he was always seeing the right person to block when I subbed him in. And this is another thing I want to point out. Make sure you keep him at fullback. So if you come out and you run I wing, don't sub him in as tight end. Leave like Kittle, Delaney Walker, those guys there. Leave him at fullback. He's best at the fullback position. Another thing about Christian Okoye, you can always sub him in if your running backs get tired, because he's, you know, he's so fast, good stiff arm, good truck. You don't have to put abilities on him, and he's still going to be utilized to that, you know, to be able to, like, you know, stiff arm somebody, truck somebody, especially in the goal line. All right, so those are the pros and cons. Juszczyk is a much better lead block runner out of the, you know, the strong sets, the I wing, strong wing, I close, whatever else those things are. Very, very huge situations with it. So ideally, those are some of the things that I wanted to point out, because you've been asking regular about what makes the other ones better. What is the situation behind why these players play differently? And I've discovered that lead block is very, very huge. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to back out. All right. We're going to go into, you know, Kyle Juszczyk's card, and we're going to start to power him up right now. So here we go. We're going to go to the upgrade screen. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, first of all, we have to upgrade him to tier 10, because we had already spent the 1900 when he first got the update to get him to that next tier. Now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go to tier 10. We're gonna add that item to it, and then we're gonna see how he's gonna go from that 95 to a 99. I'm gonna further explain that to you guys in a second. But another thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna upgrade his power run, because now that he's a 93 or above, you can unlock the higher power run. So let's drop this one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're going to refund that chemistry, get our 27 back, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the ×3 for the power run, because then that way it'll open up more for us as far as the go deep goes. So let's go ahead and equip that chemistry. That's good. We have the 31, so we can take it away from someplace else, maybe a backup to increase the go deep eventually. But now when we go to his card, you know, first of all, he's a 95 overall, so he is better than Okoye now with the current upgrade. We're going to go ahead and jump this over to make him a starter. So Kyle Juszczyk will now be the starter. Then we're going to check out his numbers, and then we're going to go over what boosted the 5 to get him to where he is right now. So let's first go ahead and take a look at it. It's really, really pretty. Right now it's showing it at 97. We're going to probably have to back out and come back in to kind of give him what he's supposed to have, because I don't know why it's that doesn't even make any sense, because the only 2, pretty much it should be a lot more than that. So let's go into the item binder, and we should be able to see the right number, because sometimes EA Sports does whatever they want, and in this case, that's what they appear to be doing. Where is it? He's right there. All right, so now you see it as a 99 lead block. All right, so how did I do that? How did I get him to a 99 lead block? You're going to need the running chems from Madden Coach. Okay, you're going to need running chems from Madden Coach, and you're going to need the impact block that you get from obviously the other the chemistry, the power run, because his natural card is a 95. So when you power him up, he goes to 96. You get the 3 from John Madden Coach rushing, and then the other 2 from the lead block from power run. All right, what is that going to mean for us out there on the field? Like, this guy's at 85 speed, 99 lead block. You know, his strength is pretty low. What we've noticed is it doesn't matter how low his strength is. With his lead block, he just takes people's legs out immediately. So that, you know, it makes him so much more formidable when he's out there on the field. So let's go ahead and break it down so that you thoroughly understand exactly why I would do this madness. I have 2 running backs, and I want to run the ball as much as possible. I told you I have a lot of other upgrades that are going to be coming soon. I'm going to save that secret for you. I'll release it to you guys shortly, but I have 2 running backs that I need good lead blockers for. I have 2 very good tackles that I need lead blockers for. So when we go over here, the power run, I showed you already, +2 lead block, +2 impact block. All right, John Madden Coach rushing, Tier 2 gives you the extra +1 with the lead block right there. That gives you the 3. So you power him up fully by starting off with his power up at the base, get all the cards up until you get him to the point where he is at the end, and then you get the bonus 3, John Madden Coach, and Power Run. All right, so your tier 10 should look like this. It should show it with a 96, add the additional 3, you got a monster on your hands. Now, as far as his abilities, there's nothing that's too crazy that I would say, oh, bro, let's go ahead and grab him. Obviously, he'll get armbar later, but you know, it doesn't really make any sense to put any of these abilities on your fullback. They are primarily there to block, and that is it. That's all I want from him. Currently, he is the best fullback in the game. Will they release something during the Christmas promo to somebody to compete? I don't know, because he's a Signature Series card, so he should be the best card for the month. Going into January, maybe they, add somebody else in, but for the time being, this is what's really, really interesting about his card. He's going to be a very, very highly sought after card for people that run the ball often, because it's very, very clear the differences between his running, with the running that you'll have, the running success by having him there as opposed to starting Christian Okoye. And like I said, I don't want to rage sell him because you can still utilize him in those tough goal line situations, but and passing. If you wanted to put him in as tight end, you could catch somebody off guard, just putting him in at tight end and just throwing a streak. Just so you guys are aware of that. So that's something that's ideal as well if you guys wanted to look into that. So definitely, keep your eye out with that. When you play somebody that comes out in single back sets and has a Okoye at tight end, that's very, very tight, because you can just streak down the middle, 91 speed. I could get him to a 92 with Sprinter, but Brawler gets his strength up, so you'll see the differences with some of the players having Brawler and some having the Sprinter. The guys that have the Brawler, I don't want to let their strength be lowered by 2, so I use Brawler to actually increase their strength, and currently we're 12 of 20. We got to get it up a little bit better, but we'll get there. We just have to continue working through it. So ideally, that's where we are right now. We are ready to run the ball every single snap. Let me know if you're going to be looking into getting a Kyle Juszczyk anytime soon. Keep in mind, he will not be a Redux card, I don't believe, because he just recently came out in December. I don't think he'll be a Redux card from the actual Series 3. That'll be coming out next week, Friday, with the new release of Series 4. Any other questions that you have, let me know. If you want to see some gameplay with Kyle, let me know that as well. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Thank you so much for the support. Have a good day. Stay blessed. One love, y'all.